Come on, man. Why isn't it doing it? Good morning, guys. Good evening, good night, wherever you are. Okay, yesterday was wild. We got new RDA support. Hang on. Can you guys hear me? Everything okay? Yo, what up, gaming? What up, Creeper? What up, Quasar? What up, the Barry? What up, Delta? What up, BD? What up, Liquid? Morning, guys. Good evening. It is my 8 in the morning right now in Australia, currently. Awesome. Cool. What up, Suave? Welcome, guys. Welcome. So yesterday, we had a pretty... Hang on, let me just hop in real quick. Let me just quickly do this real quick. Okay, so now that we... Oh my god, the RDA cards are so good. Like I watched Lithium's video, and I was like, oh wow, what the hell? The Vice Dragon is exactly what we needed, because it gives us access to not lose to Soul Summon negated, right? Which is great. It's awesome. What up, Isaac? Yeah, it's a shame that the RDA support, it's better than the Stardust. What? Okay, yeah, it's better. It's better. Okay, so it's better in the sense that it's consistency, and it allows you to have the resiliency got increased. That's without a doubt. Because before, right, the choke point would be this guy. Right, this will be the choke point. Hang on. Yeah, this guy would be the choke point. But now it's like you have Vice Power Dragon, which is insane. It gives you access to... Oh, that's not the one. But it gives you the option to special search the new one, and it's just so good. It is so good. And I think there's a misconception as to what and how good the support is, because for one, I was completely like, the obvious one that you can search is Lubellion off of the new one that searches something that cannot be special summoned, right? So that's the one that can search Habikiri, which has been going wild. There's like a whole bunch of memes of it's called Red Dragon Amino instead of Red Dragon Archfiend. It's Red Dragon Amino with an A. It's pretty funny. Yeah, and we tried that before, if you remember. Hang on, let me just We tried that. We did that last week, where we were trying out the Mitsu variant. Right? We were trying the RDA Mitsu variant with Habikiri. This was last week. And then yesterday they got announced that we can search this guy. So that makes this build a lot better. Of course, the deck's gonna have to change because you have new resonators, you have new traps, and yeah, it's pretty cool. The fact that we're like, oh, this is something that we could do, and then now it's a reality is awesome. But yeah, what we're doing now is we're going over some of our starters, which is the weak one, right? This is our weak starter, because our strong starters are gonna be full speed, right? Full. Is there what? Oh, that's why it's a hyphen. It's hyphenated. Okay. So these are our stronger starters, right? In the sense that further into the sequence, you're able to pivot more, right? Because if you start with these, it makes Stardust the pivot, right? This is your extender. But if you start with Stardust, it's a lot weaker because you don't have an extender to, like, that's the issue with Stardust. So we have to consider if there's a way to mitigate that issue, right? Because if we start with this, what can we pair with this? Already yesterday we were working on the Bystial variant, right? Which is not bad. It's pretty good, right? It gives access to a Chaos Angel, which is really great. Yo, what up, Hawes? You thinking of it? You're good, Delta. You're good. Another junk warrior OTK fans. Yeah. I mean, I'm not sure if they'll hit. Okay, because okay. So why do you think Mitsu is so oppressive? What makes it so oppressive? Is it because the trap card? Is it because the nuke? Is it because it's layered setup where you can go prayers at any given time and then nuke you whenever you want? Is that what's suppressing? Is that what you think is the issue with the deck, or what makes you think that it should be hit? Like I want to hear your guys' perspective, because Mitsu versus different decks varies, right? Because the interaction is with board wiping doesn't affect some as much as others, right? But why do you guys think? Why do you guys think? What up, AK? What up, Mango? What up, whoa, Kazaklis? Demetrius? What up, bro? Why you don't? Okay, we're getting to that. We're gradually getting to these other variants, so we can fully understand the entirety of this archetype. Because I understand like most people don't really grasp the concept of this. Of course, you can simplify and say, "Oh yeah, no, they're just a deck. It's just put cards together." No, yeah, you could generalize it and not understand it to a deeper extent, and you can just like this is what I'm referring to. I can easily do this. Watch. I can easily do this. Watch. I can easily do this. Easy. Easy. Just get our starters, the cookie cutter, use the blueprint that metadecks use, and try to make it work that way. But we know that it can possibly work, this was my issue with the Crystron variant, the pure Crystron. Remember when Crystron was a pure variant where it was like just cookie cutter and hand traps? I couldn't see how that deck would work or could work because it wasn't resilient enough, right? So that's why you needed to mix it with something, right? Which is why I went with the adventure route. But there will be times where you will do out, and there's been a lot of times where decks that are not optimally built or very simplistic and linear that shouldn't you wouldn't think that they would do up, but they do well, right? And that's my concern with this. Like we can easily just take it like this. It's like we play no bricks. We have the counters to draw. We have the counters to the Charmies, right? And this is the most cookie cutter thing you can possibly do, right? You can argue like, oh, you can cut this, but like the reason we cut the wheel, we cut all the plant stuff is because you want to have this as an option to stop the draw, stop the Charmy, right? That's what you want to do. So if you want to take like the most cookie cutter build, you could even cut this. You could even cut this and keep it flat 40, right? You can do it like this if you want. If you want to do extremely cookie cutter, right? This is the way to do it. But you'll have consistency, but the resiliency will not be there. That's my concern, because you'll have two plays. You either start with full speed, that gets stopped. You pivot in Stardust, that gets stopped. You're cooked, right? So you need a third extender. You need a third thing to push past 3 interactions at the bare minimum, right? Otherwise, you're gonna struggle. But if you want consistency, if you want to win dice rolls and then just full on just combo off, okay, that's fine. That's fair. Go ahead. Yeah, but that's why we have to account for the weaknesses, right? And that's why we're diving in deeper and trying to understand all these cards, look at all the cards that can possibly pair with these cards to mitigate the problem that is resiliency, because the deck doesn't really have it. The consistency is there, but the consistency means nothing if you're easily stopped, right? And that's what we're trying to address. Theory on Regulus. What up, Adrian? No, what up, Nicholas? But I want to know an exact reason as to why you guys want it banned, right? I guess I have a different perspective in the sense that I'm already at a disadvantage, so it's like, hang on, fuck, I forgot the time to back. So I'm always like thinking like I'm always trying to reach. I'm always trying to conquer the meta, so I'm already at a disadvantage, right? So I'm not really immersed in the problem that is the current meta that they're fighting within each other. I'm like trying to solve a rogue deck. That's the least of my concerns. I'm trying to make sure that my rogue deck is even decently consistent and resilient. And then once we get to the top, and then okay, yeah, I can see why that's a problem. Yeah, we need to get rid of that. But at the moment, that's not my concern. My concern is constructing a rogue deck and have it be decently viable, at least, right? To even stand a chance to even compete with the meta, right? Of course, odds are against you still, regardless. But the point is to just get one step closer into being able to compete, right? Because Synchron has been struggling over the past few years, right? Adventure being the best possible contender to get us up there, right? But like whenever I think of Habakiri, I'm like, well, Habakiri. Okay, so I understand what the meta is. This, if your meta is incapable of dealing with Habakiri, then I can understand why you would want it to be hit. But I'm coming from an anomaly. I'm coming from a place of obscurity. So we have variance on our side. So that means the variance means that you have more options, right? Whereas if you're playing a meta deck, you're very streamlined. So you can't really pivot as much as you would like because your deck is set out to do something efficiently and consistently. That's why it's meta. That's why it's consistent, and that's why it's so prevalent. Whereas we're like down here, we're like trying to figure out, okay, we're generalizing the interactions. Okay, in the current meta, this deck has 2-3 spot removals and a spell trap negate and a monster negate. Okay, so I need to make sure that my deck can play around that, right? So how do I mitigate that? Okay, so maybe if I play this hand trap, if I play this non engine, that means I can mitigate at least 2 interactions. So that means that's 1 less spot removal and 1 less monster negate. So I still have to deal with the monster 1 spot removal and 1 more spell trap negate. Okay, my deck can kind of play around that. So okay, we do that, right? Because that's the obscurity of it. Because for one, they're not gonna know how to interact, so they might let something resolve that they should not have let resolve. But that's kind of the point. That's how we exploit that. Whereas when you're playing meta, everything is telegraphed and it's anticipated because you know exactly what their next step is. If you start with Cupsy, right? What do you stop with Cupsy? You stop in Cupsy or Cupsy Yummy, right? Do you know the extender is Surprise? That's an extender. So you can gradually kind of sequence their turn for them. But if you don't have the adequate amount of interactions, you know you just lost. And that's what most people dislike about playing meta. It's like predetermined because if you don't have the specific interactions, you're just going to lose. And you lost before you could even think that you had a chance, right? And that's where it's like, oh shit. That's what people. That's why a lot of people want to play Rogue because it's not. It doesn't succumb to the telegraph that meta deck is, right? Because that's what it is. What up, Yannick? Morning, guys. Okay, let me just read some of your guys' messages. The issue really is that the combo is accessible with cards like Pre-Prep and Herald. So you mean it's easily accessible for any deck to exploit it? Because Synchron is normal summon deck right now, so can't be played with Adventure. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. Oh shit. Yeah. So the issue with Adventure is that you can't utilize Fellowship to its fullest potential because you need to get the additional summon, and that's where it's great, right? Unless you don't use the additional summon for a junk Synchron. You can use it for something else, like something that I mentioned in the past, which is this guy, right? This guy can be utilized as a form of extension. So depending on what is, but it also depends because it's very peculiar in which level this can pair with, right? And then you have to facilitate it within the extra deck, whether it be a 4, then you can make a 6. If you have Griffin, you can make a 9, right? Or you can change the level, right? So it's a bit weird. So that's the only application I can see if you were to, because I showed you guys an adventure build where we were using this, but we'll get to that later. But the point is that it's that's still there. We have so many options. We have so many options. But going back to the whole concept of of uh of reading your I guess. Okay, so which is so I mean, what you just like Snake Eyes, you had a million ways to get to the come on. But that yeah, but that's kind of the point, right? They're trying to it's a variant, right? They're trying to attain what Rogue has inherently. Because meta is so predictable that you want an obscurity, you want a tech card, a tech choice that not everyone is aware of. That, which is why back then people would hide their deck list. They would hide because the amount of insight and knowledge and deck profiles that you have now with the whole social media boom is like it's insane because that means you have access to anything and everything. Whereas back then, the edge was the obscurity of you not knowing that this is a tech choice at the time. Where now everyone, the moment someone finds a tech choice or a tech option, they spread it because they want to be the first. I found it out. Yeah, it's thanks to me, bro. That's it's like the it just comes down to that. They just want to be first. So it's hard to kind of keep things on the wraps. And very because like of course you're aware that sometimes you see deck lists that play something that you did not know about, right? Which is something that rogue decks kind of inherently just have because no one's paying attention to rogue decks unless they become prevalent and then they become okay, yeah, this is going to be an issue, so we kind of have to consider it now, right? But when you play a meta deck and you have all these variants as to why they can pivot, that's why, because they noticed and they realized that it's so linear, or whether their sequence is linear or their ceiling is low, so they need to branch out to another variant, which is why you have like cards like Fiendsmith, Snake Eyes that you can bridge into each other, like that adds variance to it, right? So it makes it more obscure rather than being telegraphed, and that is fun, right? So implementing that into the meta, which is something that is meant to be efficient and very linear, right? But when you have that, that's where you start seeing a problem, because then now you're like, okay, yeah. So we have a player base that is completely aware of everything that's happening, and then you have this like the bigger group that kind of knows but doesn't really know, but they are getting outclassed by the variants, right? Because you have good players and then you have okay players, but then when you have a good player with obscurities, with a player that doesn't really know all too well and how to deal with obscurities, the dynamic just shifts, and then that's where you have the issue of problematic cards, like you were mentioning the Snake Eyes, the Hibikiri being able to branch into other things, right? And that's a problem because it makes the game even more complex, more than it actually is, more than it initially should have been, right? Because it's just overwhelming. It's just way too overwhelming. Adventure, I tried to find the list the whole week. I have been seeing all your videos. Thanks for the ideas. Let's make it work. Yeah, yeah. You good, Dimitri's? The plans to drop 3 full speed in. The plans to drop 3 full speed in grave. Pull off junk extreme. Veggie effects. What the fuck? How are you gonna dip all full speeds in grave? If we played Adventure Engine, we have to incorporate Synchro Overtake to. Yeah, Overtake will have to be included for sure. For sure. That's not running one jet to be. Yeah. Okay. So yes. But this build is basically extremely cookie cutter, because the oh fuck. Yesterday I spent so much time stamping that damn live stream because it was so many insightful little segments that I felt like can be utilized. But okay, so the reason you play you don't play junk, you play a jet. Hang on. The reason you don't play Jet is because every single time, this is how I came to the conclusion. Okay, so is it necessary for the combo? No. Does it allow you to extend? Yes, it does. But I was like getting to the point where the less synchrons you can play, unless they're essential, the better you're off. It's ironic, right? Because it's a synchron deck. You would expect to play more synchrons, but no, it's the opposite. Because so bare minimum. Okay, so you need to max out the Stardust because it's an extender, right? Assuming your primary Stardust gets stopped, right? It's an extender. You need double junk because it's part of the sequence. One of them you add, and one of them you have to do it for the immune speeder line, the speederless line, right? Because one you summon off speeder, and one of them you add, and then for the scrap, one of them you can search, and one of them you summon off a speeder, right? Because otherwise, speeder resolving is just what you summon a Stardust and an assault. That's really bad. Like, what's the point of speeder? What's the payoff? You know, the point is to at least get some formidable board. So that's why you need minimum 2 of each. And the reason you play this over Jet is because every single time you would have Jet and you have full speed, which one would you rather have? The scrap or the Jet? Oh, it's always going to be scrap because it's a pivot, right? Jet, it's only there unless you need it for a particular reason within your sequence. And most of the time, it's going to be mid to late combo. So that means you've already won, because once speeder resolves, then you're going to build your board, right? So yeah, that's why you don't do it. But in anticipation of getting nib dropped on you, that's where you can consider, okay, yeah, the Jet can come back in, because if I get nibbed here, at least I have a Jet pitch. I can go into Crimson, but then where does that get you, right? Where does that get you? You get your Rumble revive what? You just have a Crimson. You haven't synchroned into anything yet. So how much value is it going to give you, right? And then you start going down the rabbit hole of Centurion. You're like, oh, I can if I can nib, I can bridge into Centurion, and then you start piling on a bunch of things, and then although you're fixing the issue, but it's also producing a problem because you're going to increase the deck's inconsistencies. Does that make sense? So that's where you have to like know when to stop and reach a certain point in which you're like, oh, you know what? Yeah, I have to just accept that if I get nibbed here, it's just done. Because if you go down the rabbit hole, you're just gonna make it inconsistent. You have the resiliency, but the consistency is compromised. Does that make sense? Oh damn! Why didn't that pop up? Let's see what what did Quasar say? Thank you, Quasar. Appreciate it. Have you all tried summoning Tenpai Dragon? What the fuck? Yeah, this guy, bring it. The Quasar, he had his let's just say it wasn't a clear mind arc. It was just like a simple mind arc where he would just it's a synchro deck. It's a synchro deck. And he thought, like, yeah, no, that was like the most freaking. Oh my god, there was no intellectual part of your brain was just like, all right, I'm gonna take a break, you know, and then you would just do stuff. It was on autopilot, but nonetheless, Quasar's justification was it's still a synchro deck. Like, what the hell, bro? No way, no way. Okay, what up, Mystic? Yo, what up, Came on? They got to bring back OSS? Yeah, they got to bring back OSS for sure. But I can tell we became way more consistent, but you need different 2-card combos to play on certain hand trips. Yeah, exactly. What about converted to have something to chain block with speeder? Yeah, so that's something that you guys brought out yesterday. Shit. Hang on, let me just... I'm just time stamping this for those of you that can't watch it live, because I know sometimes it's really late for you guys. So I just like to have it ready, so in case they want to watch it later. Okay, so Junk Converter is a card that you can use, but you need to play Wheel for that. Because it's what if you've been watching the live OCG duel videos, that's how he was using it, right? To chain block this, but yeah, it just we'll gradually get to these all these tech choices and all these options and because we have to like structure it in a way where it starts to make sense, and then we can like eliminate cards that are essential, that are not eliminate that are non-essential, and keep stuff that are essential, right? And that's the whole point, right? That's because, like I mentioned, I can easily just be as reductive and say let's implement the same theory as the meta deck, but if it was that simple, then this deck would be insane. But we're trying that, and it's not working. Well, I mean, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try this list. If my cards come in time, I'm gonna try this list because this is the cookie cutter approach where you just. This is gonna be so funny if it works, but like in theory, you would think it works, but in practice, it might not. But it's a game of variance, so it might work, it might not. Because I might win all my dice rolls. Right? I might win on my dice rolls. I might open up Call by Crossout, Ash, and I'll do insane. Like that is a possibility. But I'm thinking in a sense of whenever I go second. If I'm going second, I don't have I don't. Yes, like I said, you have 1 play, 2 play. If that gets stopped, you're cooked, right? And maybe you simplify them with draw. Maybe they can't get to an interaction, and you're fine. Okay, that's fine. It's okay. But I feel that. I don't know. We'll see. But I think I might just take this just to prove a point, right? Because this is like the streamlined cookie cutter approach where we're implementing the blueprint that every meta deck does. Cut everything that isn't essential, and we just have a sufficient amount of non-engine, right? While considering the weakness of the deck, right? Which is why we have these non-engines of choice. We have draw to stop Charmy, right? Because we can still end on our board. We have Ash to stop Charmy. We have Charmy gets off whenever we go second. We have Gamma to stop draw. We have Gamma to stop Charmy. We have this to stop Charmy, stop draw, stop Ash, right? So we'll see how it goes. And yeah. And I'm gonna try the wolf guy. See how that goes. What about playing Pot of Extra? Oh my fucking god. But wait. What? Is this mix undercover, bro? Is this mix undercover? Pot of Extra? Have you talking about Pot of Extravagance? Yoda Madu? Wait. Are you missing an H? Is that a typo? Madu? Is that his Madu? Madu? Oh. Interesting. Okay. Is it okay to ask the goal of the drivers? I didn't understand when you go through Righty over. Oh, okay. Let's see. Timestamp. Okay. So the quality in which the quality of our starters without Righty is not that great. Because our best starter is this one because it allows us to pivot, right? Because if they stop this, then we have a pivot option with we have tuning, we have this, right? This one is not as great, which is why it's a second best starter, but it's still a 1-card starter that allows you to play it past Nibiru. Because and it allows starters to have be the extender. Otherwise, this just wouldn't work. That's great. So because these two do the exact same thing, right? These do the exact same thing. And because you would rather start with these opposed to Stardust Synchron is why Righty is insane. So this is the within Pure, of course. It's the first is the best starter, second best starter, and then the third, which is why I see extender. Right, because if these get stopped, this extends you to the fellows, and then you just pop off because this gets you this, which then you discard the junk and especially this, and that's speeder regardless. But you don't really want to start with Stardust, but you want to have as many copies of Stardust to allow you to pivot in case these two get stopped, right? But in today's live stream, we're trying to figure out if there's other card variations that we can pair with this guy because this is our weak starter. So if we can mitigate the weaknesses of this card, then that'll be great, because that means that all of these will be strong starters, because now it'll be, okay, if we start this, Stardust is our extender. If we start with this, because there's so many copies of Stardust. There's 3, 6, 7, 8. There's so many copies. So that's the whole point of today. Librarian draw 5, Natura Beast, maybe is overkill. What up, Naza? What up, Naza? What up, Dennis? Hola, hermano. ¿Cómo estás? I feel like Righty is the strongest starter, but it's the least resilient. No, well, no. Okay, so the reason why this isn't the strongest starter is because this doesn't have as many pivot options. That's why I went this one over this one. Because with this one, you have more pivot options. You have Stardust, you have all this. Whereas Righty, it's strictly Stardust. Does that make sense? Like, if it resolves, it's better, of course. But under the assumption that this gets negated, this is better because you have way more pivot options. Because instead of just having Stardust as an option, you have Scrap. What up, Riku? Too many normal summons, we need extenders. I test a lot, and every time I open 2 normals, they hand trap me and follows the chaos. Yeah, which is why you have to max out the Stardust, right? Which is the point. You have Foolish, you have Illumination, you have so many ways to Stardust. So if this guy any of these guys get stopped, then your pivot is always going to be this, right? And if you don't see any of those, then that's just unfortunate, man. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Yes, Riku, go ahead and check them out. They're all in the videos. I show you what you can do. Which reminds me, I have to update the Doppel combos and the converter combos, which is another thing I was initially gonna go over that today, but then I was like, no, we have to cover this guy. But I guess we'll just get into that as well. I guess maybe. Yeah, we'll probably get into that as well. I'm working remotely right now, and I'm tuning into the stream. I think Stardust is looking better as an extender than Stardust. Yeah, for sure. Hey, man, appreciate you being here, bro. Okay, yeah, for sure. Stardust is better as an extender than a starter, for sure. But you're maxing it out because you want to ensure that this guy has a pivot, right? What up, Brody? What up, Kyle? AFD to extend? Yeah, you could use AFD to extend, but then it's a matter of what are you extending with, right? And how are you getting to AFD, right? That's the issue. What up, Twizzo? Yeah, so you're always starting with this guy. You're always starting with normal summon. This is your preferred starter, but because we want to increase consistency and we want to ensure that our deck is consistent at the very least, that's why you still max out this, because this increases the deck's consistency. Because this is still a 1-card combo. As I mentioned, it is the weaker 1-card combo, but it's still consistency, right? And it's better than having less, right? Like, why would you decrease the amount of 1-card starters if you have an option to? Which is why we're trying to figure out what can we pair with this as well that can possibly be paired with these guys as well. Because if we start with this and this gets stopped, what's our extender? It has to be Fellows, right? It has to be, because that means this gets us to Chick, right? But is there another card that can pair well with all of these, right? That's what we're trying to figure out. If it works with Stardust, it has to have some synergy with Fullspeed and Righty. Yo, what up, good twin? Yeah, we'll get to Adventure. We'll get to Adventure. We're just trying to like get through all of the possible options, then try to pick the ones we want. New to the channel, so you may have talked about this already, but have you considered using the Adventure? Yes, we have. Yeah. So the Adventure engine, we'll get to it later because it's going to be a completely different variant because it's not going to utilize the additional summon as we are these type of variants where we use junk as our additional summon, because that's how you get the most value, because this gets you 2 resources instead of just having to summon any other synchron, right? So that's gonna be a different variant. Got any idea when the new support hits Master Duel? No, I'm not sure when it'll hit the Master Duel, but when it does, I'm not sure, because now I'm just like juggling Genesis and Modern, and because like, yeah, I'm juggling Genesis and Modern, so Master Duel is like, I don't know, you know. I really think we need to incorporate Junk Converter back into the deck. Yeah, Junk Converter. I mean, yeah, we could. What up, Osler? Did I pronounce that right? Osler 10? To your previous point, you're right. And to be honest, I think it's actually better as a starter in other variants, better than in pure. The Bystial and Mitsu build Stardust is much better to open. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, because in the Mitsu variant, which is a variant we're going to try as well, because I think that variant is pretty cool. Using Righty is actually the best Stardust since it is a draw format. Quite. Oh yeah, with it. Okay, so if we're contextualizing it within the current meta, yeah, if you view it that way, yes. But then the problem just trickles down. So because your point is saying, if you do this, you get rolled, you're cooked, right? That's what you're saying. Because that means you're adding this, you can't use this. But the same thing happens with this. You go this, you go Righty, summon, go into this, add this, right? So you're in the same position. What would be the difference? The difference would be what? Right? The only difference is that if you hard open Assault Synchron, that's where this is better. But that's like, the odds of you drawing the Assault Synchron, right, is like, how likely is that? I think most of the people will stop on the junk speeder. Yeah, which we'll exploit. Yo, what up, aspiring girl? Combine this with Red Dragon Archfiend. You come. This guy. Oh no way. RDA. Oh my god, that's for sure. RDA is yeah, for sure. It's one of my favorite decks for sure. Ever since the structure came out, I just everything about it, the design, the card design, the card quality is just insane. It's so good. The new support just helps it as well. This version able to end on CBD over the Majestic. What's CBD? What's CBD? I must having a brain blank. Is it a lot to keep up with? Yeah. Yeah, what up, Dark Cream? Yeah, it's over. Now you know. Okay, so as I mentioned, like these obscure decks, these decks, they're so, oh my god, it's so complex. They seem linear because you know that this guy's like the end goal, but accounting for the weaknesses, accounting for the interactions, the pivot options, you know, that's where it starts to get complex, and that's where it's a nightmare, right? Which is the good fun part, and the and the not so fun part. Also, already can be a 1-card herald before our yeah, you could. Yeah. So okay, so they're both good in a sense of how they can function and how they can be applied. But I'm saying if this gets stopped, you have less pivot options, right? If it resolves, of course, you can do way more things with this, because that means this can go herald, and then that insulates your this, right? But I'm saying within the context of if they both get stopped, this one has more pivot options, right? And is a bit more resilient in a sense. I should try to Bystials with triple hop. Hoppier? I mean, I'm a fan of hoppier, but like this needs things to be established, right? You need to resolve something in order for this to be good. If you don't resolve anything, this card is just dead, right? So I think the only way this is viable is if you're playing Cupid pitch, and as under the assumption that you resolve your sequence, this can be a layered interaction, right? Which means you can possibly go for like a satellite warrior or something, But apart from that, like if you're just hoping that you max this out, and then what if you don't? You know, it's a bit gimmicky. Same. I started with RDA at the structure deck. I love Crimson Gaia plus the OG RDA. Yeah, dude, I think they work so well together. It's so perfect because the OG RDA clears everything in defense, and if they feel brave, Scar takes everything in attack. It's like so good. And if they're fools, it doesn't matter because you just go attack Crimson Gaia, put in defense anyways. You know, so it's like yeah. I think I know my issue with Righty, and it's not even Righty, it's Fullspeed. I know why it's at 3, but fuck, does the card scream one of in just in a just world? Yeah, yeah, I understand, but it's just starter, right? And you want as many 1-card starters because that's what you want, right? Is there merit to Fullspeed at 1? Only if you're really like going beyond of, okay, I would rather see a hand trap simplifying the game state opposed to the consistency. Because you feel that you simplifying the game state will prolong the game, allowing you to draw into another card and potentially be either Righty or Stardust, right? That would be the only logical explanation if you want to reduce this guy to assuming you want to go to 40 and not go past 40 threshold. That's the only reasoning I see it. Or if we're doing the line where we go for Road Warrior, you go Road Warrior and Road Warrior can summon this, right? So I guess that's the other route, I guess. Fualos destroyed our deck. Yeah, but look. No, think about it. Look how many outs we have to Fualos. We have Cross Out, Called by, Gamma, Drool, and Ash. We have so many ways to out Fualos. If we don't draw that, then I don't know what to say. I mean, Fualos does what Fualos does. That's the point. The purpose is to mitigate the overwhelming build the board decks, right? That's the whole point. Maybe try combining it with assault mode. The issue with assault mode is it has so many bricks. You're already competing with your own bricks, right? Like card variations like this. Opening up multiple junks, opening up multiple scraps, opening up assault, opening up trail with it'll compound and it'll just be inconsistent. Even like at that point, you cannot play 40. You have to play above. You have to play above. What up, Dragon 90? I saw someone start combine junk with Evan. Yeah, that was Death Echo. He's really going in on that variant, and I'm pretty excited to see how it ends up. I mean, it seems like it's pretty much solved, and it's like the bridge is Accel Synchron. There's the option of Nat Beast, Rev, Synchron. Yeah. Okay, so the boss monsters will come after, right? Because the way we lose is at the beginning. Mid to late combo, we're fine because that means they didn't interact with us, and at that point, we have a sufficient amount of resources to push on through a multitude of hand traps. Because the way this deck loses is getting started. If they stop your initial start, which is why it can be so deceptive, because sometimes stopping this would end our turn, but if we have the extender, it doesn't, right? So, yeah. Sorry if this is an ignorant question. No, it's a question is a question, bro. Unless it's like, okay, let me read your question first. Okay, I just want your opinion. Is playing Yu-Gi-Oh or Synchrons without having to make a board possible? Is playing Yu-Gi-Oh or Synchrons with? You mean you want to play a mid-range deck? Is that what you're saying? Is that the question? Yeah, you can make it. Yeah. Okay, so that's the entirety. Okay, so fundamentally, the game of Yu-Gi-Oh is to be interactive, right, and capitalizing, and having the obscurity to counter that attempt of sealing the game, right? That's what Yu-Gi-Oh is. You both have your decks. You feel that one deck is better than the other, right? You both have your opinions. You initiate in attempts to overwhelm your opponent. Your opponent has a counter for that. It makes you pivot. Your pivot won't be as impactful or as overwhelming, so you have to end on a half board. And then it goes back to them. They attempt to initiate the overwhelming pressure upon you. You have your interactions. You mitigate that. Now they have to pivot. And that's usually how Yu-Gi-Oh is meant to be. Whereas it's interactive, because that means within those sequences, you can out clever. You can decide what to do first, what to do next, and anticipate their anticipation, which is intellectually something that is fun. It's a skill expression, right? You can decide what to do with it. But when you take that all away, and it's just like, I build my board, you can't do anything, you lose. The guy just didn't play at all, and that is not fun, right? I didn't get to counter you, so I didn't really lose because I didn't really get to play, you know, and that's what it is. So, if that answered your question in any way, yeah, you can. That's the whole point of Yu-Gi-Oh, to not necessarily build the board. That's something that you try to impose on your opponent, right? Like you try to build something that your opponent cannot break through. Initially, it was like set 2 traps. That was your build the board, right? Set 2 traps, have something, okay, and attack, counter. It's just a progression of the game. The way it's evolved is the reason why Genesis is a thing now. They took away the pendulums, took away the links, yeah. But it's like, I think fundamentally you're meant to be interactive, and I understand that modern players, like if you're recently, like I think within the recent years, if you just got into the game, you're not familiar with the attrition style of gameplay where it goes beyond 3 turns, where something that's something I grew up with, so I'm very familiar with that, which is why just having that as a fundamental is why you can see that there's differences between caliber of players, because you have that insight to not have the impulsivity to just go for game and be patient. Because a lot of times people just go for game and they lack the foresight of maybe I be a little bit conservative. Maybe I don't have to invest everything now. And a lot of people lack that, it seems, and they get punished, and then they lose, and then they complain that, oh no, the game's not like, no, you just don't have the insight that player had from years ago, you know? And yeah. Exactly. Even the one card starters aren't ideal. You want that consistency to put out some interruptions. They can also serve as extenders. Yeah. We did play Part of Desires. Yeah, we did. We did play Part of Desires. But that was different though, because we maxed out the synchrons, right? So we maxed out all the synchrons. Because I think that the +1 and the Ash Bait was so crucial that it helped. And there's actually some gameplay where I showcased the Part of Desires. I'll see if I can find it later on. Maybe like I'll pin it or something. But yeah, there's some gameplay where I used Desires and Synchrons, and it wasn't that bad. It was pretty good. Europe, what up, Fook? Is that Fook Vin? Did I pronounce that right? Nguyen? No, how do you pronounce the first one? Is it Huey Nguyen Fook Vin? Is that what it is? Honestly, you can always play Librarian too to combat. Okay, so the thing with Librarian and the purpose for Librarian was damn, I keep forgetting the fucking timestamp these things. Okay, so the purpose for Librarian, right? And the reason why we would play it, and the reason why I was such a fan of it, is because this was a layered interaction, right? Because Librarian can literally be 3 Veilers, 3 Imperms. And there was a time where we would side in a bunch of traps. We would side in 3 Judgment, 3 Solemn Strike, whenever you went first, right? So solo Librarian, and all you have to do is just synchro. It would become interactions, and you wouldn't be scared of, oh, what a Dark Ravenly? Who cares? I have Judgment set. I have strike set. You want a Dark Ruler me? That's fine. I have my strikes. I have my ashes. I have my imprint. That was the cool thing about Librarian. It gave you that immunity from Dark Ruler, basically. Not literally, but figuratively speaking, because you just didn't have to care for it. Whereas without Librarian, your board is your board. You don't have anything else. You might draw a hand trap or two, but it's not likely. What up, Alejandro? Hey, I'm new to your channel. Are you gonna talk about deck list with Mitsurugi? Yes, we will. I think that'll be for tomorrow. I think Mitsurugi. Oh, maybe we'll try to squeeze it in today. But it's a variant that we'll try. I know, Emmanuel. If go and check out one of the live duels I commentated over Emmanuel's. He used the Mitsurugi Synchron. He made a misplay. He could have won against Yummy. Like, oh my god, it was oh damn, it was crazy. But yeah, go watch that. But yeah, we'll cover that as well. Driver can out Fua 25 on chat. Go bro. What the hell, Quasar? I also think Librarian makes people who use Charmies that turn kind of sweat. Yeah, it does. Mr. Diddy Bags? What the fuck? What is this guy? This guy's name's wild. When will you be talking those deck? Look, well, this Saturday. So it's my Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday. So we'll have one more stream before we take the cards. But I'm still waiting on the cards in the mail though. So that's the thing. If I don't get them in the mail, then I'm gonna be cooked. Yeah, thank you, Quasar. What is that, Cardev? What up, Cardev? I'm a TG guy. I wish we was getting RDA kind of support. I know, man. I know. I mean, to be fair, these are not bad. It's just they're not bad. It's just that we're missing something, for sure. Yoda Mellow. Sorry, I'm just going on your messages, so I might be late to your comments. Let's get quick game in. See how this is. Well, no, we can't. This is not legal in Omega yet. It's not legal in Omega yet. We're just discussing. What up, JT? Zoro Arc. I've been trying out Mitsurugi Synchron. The deck functions well, though it feels weak to draw. Main thing is I can search the Hypercurie with Herald, Sync Herald, and Raid Throws to cast it. Yeah. Yeah, there's some cool things we can do. What up, Spaghetti? Was trying to deck out against the new Brennet coming out. Result wasn't the worst. Feels weak to Bystials, which are back again. Yeah. Yo, Brody, I think we just need to get some games theory until it's tested. Yeah. Well, no. Well, this is not legal in Omega, so it's like, so, like, we can't fully, okay. So you could test the theory and then and gradually, develop it in real time, but we need to figure out this guy first because we got to figure out, that's the whole point. The thoughts on Sagitama and Soya and or possibly Artama. The level 4 guys, right? The level 4 guys. This guy, right? This guy. I mean, I do like. What's the girl's name? The girl. What's the girl? What's the name of the girl? I think she's new. I don't know. Do you know her name? The name of the girl? What up, Strizer? What up, Bodai? Oh, is it Sai? Oh yeah, her. Yeah, her. Yeah, this one's pretty cool because this one searches it, right? So you have like multiple summons. Yeah, can I be special summoner? Can I be special summon once per turn during the end phase? If this card was normal summoned, I'll flip face up. This turn returns to the hand. You can only use it. Okay. If you control a monster with 800 attack or defense, and this card is in your hand, even if it resolves, you can normal summon this card. If this card is normal summon, you can add one level. Yeah. So yeah. So this guy. So you go Sakitama into her, right? Oh, the theory behind Gamma is to stop draw. So we have so many things that search. Like we start with tuning, we start with Rhoda, Surface Fellows. This stops the draw, right? And the way I view it, because I understand majority, most will view it this way. They'll be like, oh, it's a 50-50 chance of seeing this. But like the way I view it is, I know I have 3 ways to stop the draw, right? These 3. And then you have the brick. Of course, this is corresponding with this, but like I'm viewing it as such, you know, to kind of like categorize it in the sense that you have 3 ways to stop draw instead of just viewing it 50-50, right? Hello, what do you think is the best add-off the new Crimson Blade Dragon, and why is it Habikiri? Habikiri, bro. We did Mitsurugi RDA before we got the announcement, so we were already ahead. We just needed to manifest it. What's your favorite Synchron? Junk Synchron is iconic for me. Got me through many duels back in school. My favorite Synchron? Shit. I don't know, man. I think it's hard not to want to say it's just the junk, right? It's hard not to say. I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't be able to decide. Okay, so okay, let's go back to the Stardust one. Stardust Synchron. Okay, so we here. Yo ho Keith, welcome, buddy. Why are my alerts not working? That's weird. How many? The Arrival Live package? Well, if you want to, okay, so if you really want to like cookie cutter this, then you don't play the level 1 dragon. But the reason you play Arrival Live is because of what the little dragon can get you, right? Which most of the time it's gonna be Brotar. Where's Brotar? Right? Because this gets you the Duelist access. It bridges you into Bystials, which is awesome. But whether you want to consider that, I'm not too sure. Yeah, that's weird. It's not popping up on mine. As long as it's popping up on your guys, it's fine. Okay, cool. Starting on being the focus may be Mitsu, just the fun. The fact Stardust tributes is great synergy, but that is pretty basic. Yeah, but sometimes that's all you need, right? That's basically awesome. That's basically all you need sometimes. But no, we're considering that if we're gonna play them, if we're gonna play that with these guys, right? That's the whole point. Because these are our starters. So, like, unless we can't find something that pairs with all these, then we have to like disregard these as something to consider, and we just have to go off of this, right? Because like the only thing that comes to mind is just engage and Hornet drones, but then Hornet drones doesn't do well with these. Like the only time it does well with these is that it gets you access to ego booster, which means it's gonna push your scrap warrior through, right? That's like the only thing I can see. But then you have to, you know what I mean? Stardust Synchron being okay. What about Duelist chances? What happened with that? Oh, yeah, Duelist chances. I mean, yeah. This is something that this was early theory. We were considering this because this can search you fellows, and this can search you any of the other synchro cards, which I mean it can be okay because it gets you overtake. So you would use this in the same way as you would treat thrust, right? Because thrust you would keep. Let's say you would rather see thrust opposed to the extra card because thrust is more versatile, but it requires setup, right? So that's kind of the issue there. But it is consistency, of course. Like assuming that your deck is full of tuners, so you're always gonna have a tuner in graveyard. So you should not have an issue with having this live, right? You should not have an issue. I guess we already play into draw enough though. Yeah. I was looking at a small rose dragon because their continuous spell is an auto win against Yamimitsu. I know. That's crazy, huh? Because it turns everything to the plant. Black rose. This one, right? Yeah. Yeah, this yeah, it's insane. It's so good. What about the continuous spell on your mark? Okay, so on your mark. Okay, so on your mark is another starter, of course, but it's getting us to the weaker starter, which is if we can find something that can pair well with Stardust, then of course we play this. Of course. There's no ways about. We have to play it, but we're yet to find something that pairs well with Stardust. Because when Stardust can pair with something else, and whatever it is that we had that can pair with this, then okay, yeah, of course. Because the only time we've actually utilized this is when we were playing the sinful stuff, right? Because OSS was legal, and this got you the Synchron, and then this got you OSS, right? Because then you would send this off, and then you'd be great. But I don't know. Ask ChatGPT. Bro, I've asked ChatGPT some things, and they just give me like some freaking like anime style deck building. What do we do against Ito? That's the one that you can't summon, right? This one, right? That's what it. Okay. You cannot normal summon or. Oh, we need droplets for this. You cannot normal summon. You cannot normal summon or you cannot summon or normal set monsters. Yeah, we have to droplets this. You only continue once per turn during the summon phase. You cannot summon, so that means no summon at all, right? Like no special, no normal, right? And that's yummies. Dude, I use Copilot. I've been using Copilot and Facebook AI. They're pretty good. I like this. And compare with Stardust, yeah. Wait, yummy? What do you mean? What do you mean yummy? Yes, we're doing different variant. I think the Bystial variant is pretty much solved, right? There's like tweaks of ratios, but it's pretty much the concept is there. So that's something that we can consider. You what up, Jix? No, I think within the engine, I don't think we have an engine out for this. Oh, no, we do have an engine now. It's hella gimmicky though, but we have to pop it. Wait, no, does that work? Send one synchro monster from your hand or face up with special. Oh no, we can't do that now. Try one monster, control, destroy, and if you do, oh no, we can't do that. Never mind. This has to summon. No man, I thought that was it. I thought I cooked, but no, I didn't. Yes. Okay, so yeah, so Kashtira. Okay, so Kashtira can pair with this, right? But what's it going to give us, right? Because like if we do this, right? if we go special cash, summon this. If this gets stopped, how do we go? How do we continue? Right? This pairs much better with the tuners because this is a non-tuner. But what I'm saying, what I'm trying to point out is that this has to pair with both, right? So like this and this is okay because it gives you access to Stardust, or it gives you access to Junk Warrior Extreme, which means you can go battle phase, right, and then speeder and battle phase, and then yeah, I guess. And if you do this, this gives you an 11. So what 11 will you play? Punisher, spot removal, main phase 2, special the other one. You know, so it's a bit weird. Yummy Synchron. Hang on, I'm just trying to check here. Oh my god. Crazy. Synchron Carrier. Okay, yeah, I've thought about it because the Synchron Carrier has another pivot, right? This one, it does well with this, which means it opens up a line for Rage Rose, right? Summon, additional summon, Rage Rose, right? And then you can play off of that while getting access to your Fellowship. This and Fullspeed does nothing, which is what we're trying to solve, right? This and Righty does nothing. So it only pairs with Stardust, right? At which point, this can search your non-tuner, which can pair with this, right? So if you open up this, if you open up this and this, or if you open up this and this, you'll have the consistent Rage Rose play maybe, but then you're gonna have to be playing the Vengeful Witch, the Twilight cards. So it's something for sure. Yeah, we can consider that. Let's put this over here. The extent if you have a level 2 Synchro, which could be done with fellows on a Scrap Warrior. Wait, the Yummy cards can... Wait, they can summon themselves if you have level 2 Synchro? I thought it was level 1. They all do that? Hang on. If you control level... Oh, right, yeah! Okay, interesting. So that means... Okay, so your theory is... You go... So your theory is... You get to Scrap Warrior, reduce Scrap Warrior, make it level 2, and then summon the Yummy? And these are tuners as well. Is that your theory? So still thinking what to do with Scrap Synchron. Not that it is bad, but I think it can be used as another option. Like using Bystial and use Scrap to Junk Archer or something like that. Yeah. That is a possibility because it's cool because we can with Junk Archer, which is awesome. And then anyway, to level 2 Synchro turns into a level 3, 3 level 1 bodies. Is that through link climbing though? Because don't you have the link? Because these aren't tuners. So if we link, we can't make speeder, right? What up, Luca? Have you tried your converter? It is not an actual 1-card combo, but it should almost always work with the amount of tuners. Yeah, we've considered converter. The thing is, right? What if? Think about it. Okay, what if that is the card we need? But it's not for the same purpose though, because the way we want to utilize that card to pair with Stardust is assuming this gets stopped, assuming this gets stopped, assuming this gets stopped, right? Because that's how we are going to initiate our turn. If we go converter, discard the Stardust, it pairs well with Stardust, right? It pairs well with this, assuming you have this as a normal summon. It can bait the Ash, which I guess we can view it from that perspective, where we're baiting with converter because we have so many normal summon surgers. So that means that the Ash is gone. But then, what does that mean then? We're still we end up with the same problem, where if this gets stopped as well, if the converter gets ashed and we summon this or we summon this, and this gets stopped, what is our pivot, right? Of course, this has more pivots because we can get access to scrap synchron, but this does not, right? We have Stardust. We can tribute this, specialist, search fellows. I guess that's pretty it then, because that means that they only have one Ash, but then Speeder is not unaffected. We'll get the Speeder because we baited the Ash with Converter, because Converter, it is consistency, but it's also bait. Because how can they not want to Ash that, right? Like, why wouldn't they? If Stardust is a starter, you can almost need a Sonic Chick and yeah, for sure. Oh yeah. Sonic Chick for sure. Funny junk. It just I wanted you to keep the focal point on this, right? That's why I was. If Stardust, okay, yeah. I miss being able to use the Sinful Spoils engine. Yeah, for sure, we all do. But also making level 2 synchros extends a lot. No, but I'm wondering how you're gonna make the synchros if you need a tuner. So it's gonna be a 2-card combo. Is that what you're saying? Junk Converter plays the best into draw because you just search Junk Synchron. Yeah. Yeah. The level 2 you make is cups away. Yeah, you make cups away. What are Francois? How do I join the VC so I can actually say? Okay, you have to be an overtype, an overtop clear mind member. Yeah, you have to be a member. It has to be tier 3. Repeat. And is going underground. Underground? That's great. I don't think I've ever been in an underground train. What up, Daniel? Oh yeah, for sure. We're going to try the RDA cards. Okay. Okay. All right. So make sure. Okay. So all right, Polar. Make sure that your Discord and your YouTube are linked, and then you gotta give it a minute for the link to like establish, and then you'll view the channel there. Thank you, though. Appreciate it. I like the new support. I like the new RDA support for sure. It's so good. Like the one card, the Vice Power Dragon, the new Vice Dragon. It's so good. Yeah, so something I was considering and something I was like, oh, we have Synchro World. So if we have access to this, get access to the Synchro World, we can draw 2 somehow. I was like that. As time goes on, my hate for Speeder grows so much. I'm exhausted building the deck around this card, but what else are we supposed to do? When what it offers end games, RJ got me in my feels, bro. Yeah. Why don't they love us? Why don't they love us? I don't know. No, but the thing is, right? We have a speederless route, which is the whole point, right? Because if we do play converter, right? Oh, hang on. I always forget to add Rhoda. Yeah, okay. I always forget to add Rhoda. Okay. So, but it's like, what? It's like I'm inclined to want to play Doppel whenever I play converter. Like, how could you not want to? Because that fixes the issue with these being stopped, right? Because, for example, let's say we go converter, right? It gets stopped. Okay. 1 card combo. That gets stopped. Okay. Tribute it for Stardust. Trigger Doppel. Effect search. Oh my god, that's amazing, right? But that's what, you know, that's insane. That's so good. But I think because we have 1-card combos, I think it should be fine. It should be okay. But then the extra deck has to follow suit as well, because that means that we need the little guys to climb. So, I think you have to I mean, I think they're already on MD Pro 3. So if you download MD Pro 3, you can play with the new cards. I hope so much that they gave us the Synchron, which needed Stardust Synchron as. Yeah, I was hoping for a Synchro that needed Stardust as for overtake target. Can you imagine an overtake target for Stardust? That means this card becomes even better, because now you have 2 normal summons. Well, not 2 normal summons, but you don't have to use this effects tribute to summon it, right? So you can save this tribute and wait for trail. Like, that seems so good. The more and more I think about it, the more I think. How's that work? Because I just, what if it just this? Right? Because we're looking for something to pair with this now, but then this and this doesn't work well, because summon this says stop, this does nothing, right? Yeah, it's so tight. Doppel is super bait. The number of games where Doppel pushes the combo through will be likely to be lower than the number of games where it just overextends you or doesn't save you from lack of tuner. No, but okay, so the difference between Doppel then and Doppel now is this. Before, right? Right, so before, all we had to work with Doppel was overtake, normal summon, right? Or you go summon Stardust, effective illumination, dump another Stardust, tribute the Stardust on field for the Stardust engraved, trigger Doppel, right? But now we have this, right? Because this gives you access to it. Is that you, Polar?
Yeah.
Yeah, what up, buddy? Okay, well, what do you want to say?
So,
all right, can you guys hear Polar? Or is it too quiet? Well, do I need to hire him? Is he perfectly fine? Let me know in the chat.
okay. So, the theory that I was thinking, was taking full advantage of the speederless combo and using yummy cards, because every yummy is a 1-card combo into the speederless line.
Okay, hang on. Let me hire you. I think you're a little too low. Hang on. Okay, should be better now. Go for it.
All right, so
is that better, guys? Is that better? No, continue. You good?
Okay, so all the yummies can extend with your regular combo line, and as well as the yummies can get to your main combo line. So Cubsy Yummy Way and Lolipo Yummy Way, like the 2 synchros, also have an added benefit. Which is that both can let you end on half boards against like Fuwa and Draw.
Okay, but but none of them require you to go to linked, right? Or
if you're doing like 1-card yummy combos, you do need link summoning, but not really. I mean,
but you want to take the route of speederless, right? The speederless route.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's your card variation? You want Righty and any yummy, or what do you want?
So Righty and any yummy works. Any way to get to Scrap Warrior plus any yummy works.
Or are you gonna play all the yummy synchros?
I'm not playing Cookie. I'm just doing the Cupsy and the Lolipo.
Okay. All right. Let's try to depict it. Hang on, let me share my screen. All right. Can you see?
All right. Yeah, I can see.
Okay. Cool. Okay. So you want to? Okay. Let's just try it out. Let's try to see how this goes. Because I want to see this theory. I need to try to depict it. All right. Let's timestamp this. Okay. So you want how so 3 cups, I'm assuming 3 cups.
Yeah. And then you can play just like one Cookie, one Lolipo.
Okay.
You can play Marshmallow if you want. So the version that I was looking at or that I was testing had like Cupid Pitch and stuff, and Cupid Pitch can search Marshmallow, but like you don't
Oh,
really
yeah,
need
it's
it.
true. Yeah, it's true.
So the
Okay.
benefit is that Marshmallow is the only one that can summon itself without needing like anything else. It can just start on your board as a free level 1
Okay.
because it doesn't need a link monster or anything. It's just a free level 1 body.
Okay. Okay, so that's good. That's cool, I guess. All right. So okay, so all you want, so you just Righty and Cupsy, right? Do you need the link? I'll put the link. Do you need the field spell? I'm assuming yes, huh?
No, you don't need the link or the field spell or any of that really to combo. All you need is like your regular synchron tuners like Accel and stuff. And I've only ever gotten to like the beginning portion of it because I'm still not too good with doing like synchron combos.
Okay, no, that's why we're here. That's why we're here. Okay,
Yeah.
so what was your initial? So you need, okay, so what extra X did you use, like for sure, to initiate it? So you need scrap.
For sure, you need a martial metal marcher.
Okay.
You do need Cupid Pitch.
Okay, Cupid Pitch.
And I think that's about everything that's required. Because I mean, the reason why you go for Cupid Pitch is because it lets you go to a level 8, so you can go into Accel and stuff.
Okay. Do we need a card to discard? Oh no,
not necessarily.
Okay. All right, let's try it. Let's see where this goes. Here we go. Let's just put this in the background. Where is it? Where is it? Okay, put that in the background. 27. Okay, let's try this. Okay, let's see where this goes. Is it way better? Okay, so we go with this. Okay. Does it matter where you place it? EMZ main doesn't matter?
No, you can put it in the EMC.
Okay. That'll give us fellows.
Yeah,
wait, am I forgetting scrap? Hang on. I'm forgetting scrap. Let me just put all the other guys as well. Okay, so we need scrap. This. Do you need any of the other synchrons? Or
I was testing without any of the other ones.
Okay.
You can put them in if you want.
Yeah, no, I don't think they're needed, but maybe I thought that they were. Okay. See where this goes. Is Nibiru an issue to this line, or what do you think?
I mean, it's about as big of an issue as like the regular line would be.
Okay. Okay. So now we fellows.
Synchro fellows, yeah.
Add Junk and Stardust, or who do you add?
I usually just get the Sonic chick just because I discarded.
Okay. Interesting.
Because this line would be without any extra discards.
You know what I'm saying is you can have access to Stardust, or do you need level 1?
Yeah, but what you do is that your Accel Synchron is gonna dump Stardust to become a 1, so you can start Synchro 2 again.
Oh, okay, I see. Okay, I see. Yeah, I see. Discard chick. Reduce. Okay. And then do you go Cupsy first?
Yeah, you just special. Now you can save your normal summon of
Okay.
junk for a little.
Okay, so are we getting surprised here, or what's happening?
No, here you do get surprise.
Okay. All right, and then now what?
Now you can normal the junk.
Oh, okay, yeah. We get Arden to punish it to the rock. What is the rock, anyways? Okay, so you get back the 1 or the 2?
Here I don't think it really matters. I guess the 2 would be nice.
Okay.
Just because it's a non-tuner.
Okay. Okay. We can sort that out later. Okay. So the main one is you go into what? Just speeder, or you go Cupid pitch, or what's happening?
You have to go Accel first.
Okay. Oh, okay. That's how you do it, right? Okay. I see. And you increase, no?
Here, no. Accel would, so you kind of flip the lines now. So first in your regular speederless line, you dump Accel Synchro first.
Yeah.
Here you're dumping Stardust first this Accel becomes a level 1.
All right.
And now you Synchro 2 into Cupsy way.
Okay. Cupsy way. All right. So we trigger cups. When do we trigger the Sonic chick?
I haven't got it that far. Like you can do it later on in your turn. You're gonna get 2 more level 1 bodies now.
Okay.
So it would be like what you're adding here depends. You don't activate surprise yet. So like if you're under full one, you would add Lollipop and Cookie. But
right,
you just add Marshmallow and Cookie.
Okay. Marshmallow and Cookie. Okay. Yeah. And then we discard one, right?
You discard the Marshmallow because it can't summon itself.
Okay. And then now here,
you have to special the Cookie first.
Okay. And then you go. Was this Marcher?
Here you go. Yes, Marcher.
Okay, and then we go effective.
Marcher can summon back the Accel.
Okay. And then we can trigger the chick later, right?
Yeah. Now this Accel can dump the Accel Synchron for cost.
You mean assault or
assault? Yeah. Assault. They both start with an A.
Okay. It's negated anyway, so it's fine. Okay. And then now we trigger her, right?
Yes.
Okay, and then now you're here.
You can go, you can either go Cupid Pitch, increase to a 7, then surprise summon back a level 1, and go for Accel lines. Now, in this variation, technically you could, because you didn't have to go through like any links or anything, you could still go into a speeder and go through like an unaffected speeder.
Yeah.
But I also like saving surprise if I can, just as an interruption, because it can summon back the Cupsy way, and the Cupsy way can summon back the Cookie, and that's a pop.
Okay, yeah, that's cool. But couldn't you have summoned Marshmallow and add it back anyways, or why couldn't you summon this?
No, you can. You can still do that. I was just gonna do that later, but you can do that right now.
Okay.
Okay,
I think I have an idea. Hang on, let me see. Okay, so for sure, let me put speeder in here.
Yeah, because if you notice, you still had an activated Stardust Synchron, so you still had Stardust Synchron and a level 1 that you could have gotten into.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The reason why I just wanted to do more of like the speederless line would be because the list that I was testing for Synchron would get stuck on normal summon Stardust a lot.
Yeah.
And what I was thinking is if you use normal Stardust, it gets interrupted. You can link it off into Striker Dragon and extend with the yummies.
Wait. Striker Dragon needs a dragon.
Oh, Clockwork Knight then. I don't know. Whichever link one. There's
no, because Clockwork needs a monster with 1,000 or less.
Does it really?
Yeah. That'd be busted. If it was, yeah, if you could do it, that'd be busted. But nah, it needs
1,500 attack.
Yeah, Stardust is 1,500. No, that's cool. It's cool. Okay.
Then let's just do yummies as like extension then.
Yeah. Okay. I'm trying to think. Okay, so let me try to have an idea with this thing. Because I'm trying to see if we can push on even past Nibiru, then that'll be great. So okay.
Level 4, right?
Huh?
Herald's level 4?
Yeah, level 4.
Okay, bet.
Okay, so now we go. Okay. Because the way you can do it, unless if you go a speederless route, we go Herald here, right? Well, no, I think this locks us into Synchros, isn't it? Never mind. You go Herald here, go into Gravity. That searches us. Then we should go into Mitsu. It is Mitsu Synchron. I mean Mitsu. Okay.
Mitsu Yummy Synchron.
Okay, now we do this. Search for this. Add to hand. Okay, so yeah, so you have to add the chick. That's how you get your stuff. Well, actually, let me think. Let me see something. If we're playing to Nib, we're playing to Nib already. So
yeah.
Where's this?
Let the spirit of all dual monsters now spread its wings and soar to new heights where it can be transformed.
Okay. And then this will add... Oh, let's get the chick. Never mind. Fuck. Okay, that's... Okay, that's fine. But because we have access to level 1s, maybe we don't need to add the chick. Right? Because then... Now it's... We go this... All we need is to have a level 2. Hang on, no, they messed up. This. It'll give me access to this guy. Does it have to be this? Give me this. Does that do that? Just need that. Come in. Let me try something. I think this plays around Nib better. Yeah, this plays around Nib better.
If you're doing speederless line, you could turn this Scrap Warrior into a Gravity and then summon the Yummy and then keep playing without having to use Fellas. or junk warrior or anything.
Right. And then what does this mean? What does this mean? That goes. Tribute this. No, tribute that. Go Accel. Accel dumps. Oh. Oh, shit. Okay. Look this up. This. Yeah, this plays around nib better. This is basically immune speeder. And we should have a normal summon.
So it really needed what, the level 1 free extender? Or rather, 2 level 1 free extenders.
Oh, forgot to put trail. Okay, yeah. So, okay. So we could do immune speeder, right? With those cards. Let me just see the options of these two. But then I'm just thinking to myself, like, am I always? Yeah, it's immune speeder, like with that as an extender, while preserving your normal. But what I'm concerned about is if this gets stopped, right? Like that's the whole point of adding the extender. Huh?
So I think most people, right? And maybe this is a bad mindset, but most people are still in the whole stop speeder or lose. And as soon as this comes out, people are just gonna be like, I'm just gonna hit like the thing that you commit into, right?
Yeah. Which is what we try to exploit. Yeah, of course. But there's going to be players that are completely aware of, like, just fundamentally of what is the most impactful interaction, right? Which a normal summon is usually a strong indicator that it should be interacted with, especially for a rogue deck, because otherwise it wouldn't be a rogue deck if they have the extensions that a meta deck would have, right? So they're saying, well, a rogue deck doesn't really have the luxury of having all these extenders, so I'm assuming this has to be something important.
So do you think it's worth it to put in something like Link Karibo and just say, like, here you get stopped, you can still Link Karibo and then extend?
Yeah, I mean, and we're trying to facilitate the yummy portion. Yeah, you would play Link Karibo, and then we would try to do a speedless route, right? But then
what I'm thinking is that the people are gonna try to stop is Scrap Warrior, right? So
yeah, it's either gonna be Scrap Warrior or it's going to be Speeder. Those are like the main choke points, and it'll vary whether they interact with Righty or not, right? That's like the main variants of how they interact with you. But like if we do this route, right? Like they're probably gonna want to ask you here, right? They're gonna ask you here, and then if they ask you there, your pivot option would have to be tuning, a junk, or tuning a junk, because you've already gone through fellows. You don't have this. Well, or Stardust, I guess, because that means you can reduce special and tribute that and summon Stardust. So it's fine, I guess. Okay. Oh no, I was meant to add Stardust. Fucking hell. Because all we want to do is present obscurities, right? That's the whole purpose of all these supplementary engines and extenders. On top of the fact that it's a rogue deck, they're not going to know exactly how to interact with you. That's pretty cool, though. That's pretty clever. Like, using the...
I started with this idea because this is what I was going to do for Genesis.
Yeah.
Like Yummy Synchron. Because I was like, well, this was like when Nib was 10 points. So I was like, if I'm not worrying about Nib or Imperm.
Yeah.
And I don't have access to Speeder, I'm just gonna turbo out like Baron, Dissipate, or Crystal Wing.
Yeah. I mean, that seems okay. Okay, this is 3 summons, right? So if they have Nib, then we're perfectly fine. Since we're here, we go. But this is 5. But the Nib was here, that's fine. We have our normal summon anyways, and we have Lefty and Grave to summon and Ghost Speeder.
Yeah. Plus this Illumination.
This will get banished. Going to sell dumps. Increase.
Another thing that's good is that because you keep summoning every synchro to the extra monster zone, now that they know that you have yummies, they have to like pretend every single time that you're summoning there, you have a free extension.
Yeah.
You have to assume you're a gravity controller.
yeah, exactly.
They assume that if they stop you, you still have full yummy combo.
Yeah, which is the obscurity of it, which is you can exploit that, and that's what I really like. Okay, and then we summon this guy, right? And then once we're here, right? If they chain Nib to the effect, it's like it doesn't like Nib doesn't matter with this line. Literally, it literally doesn't matter. Because we can go for this, that'll give us a 2, but we're just gonna try to go immune speeder here, right? And
because
yeah,
that's immune speeder.
Yeah, it's immune speeder, and that's under Nib, which is what I want to do. Like every combo that I try to showcase, it has to be Nib proof, right? Unless you can play past Nib, right? And this can play past Nib because we haven't gone for our actual end goal, which is speeder, right? Speeder's like a main thing. So
you don't need like the Link 1 or the Field Spill or any of that.
Yeah. So we're just treating the yummy as that, right? Okay.
Free Nib pass, basically. So if that's the case, I guess you don't put in minion. You take out the field spell.
Yeah, you don't actually need this. Oh, you don't need this as well.
You need this. You need this.
Oh shit, wrong one. I took out the wrong one.
The second.
Yeah. Okay. So
the thing about Marshmallow is that it's probably just by itself the best yummy to draw, because it's the only one that it's like a free summon. Because if you draw that plus Stardust Synchro, you can like special that normal.
Oh, that's why I couldn't summon it, because if you control a monster, so you start with this, right? You go special this.
Yeah, and then you would normal Stardust, and then if that gets interacted with, you can still extend. Or
you can go speeder.
Normal Righty.
Because this, I guess this kind of insulates Stardust in a way, because they'll be like special summon effect, anything. And now it's like, okay, let me get the fellows? Because either way, that's speeder anyways, right?
Yeah, and I think this is the best part about using like meta cards like these, which is like as soon as you summon the yummy, they're gonna be like, do I have to interact with the Synchron portion, or do I have to interact with the cards that I know? And
exactly
interacts with the card that you know.
Yeah, right?
Oh, shoot, and that also works well with Lefty, right? Because it's still a level 2 Synchro, so you can still get to Cubsy and get to a level 5.
What do you mean Lefty? What do you mean?
Lefty driver, right? Righty, sorry.
So Righty, what do you mean?
Because like if you special Marshmallow and you normal Righty and they like interact with Righty, you can Synchro 2 into Cubsy Yummy Way and search for two more monsters. Or
let's try that. Hang on. Okay, let's see how that goes.
But I guess that's more susceptible to Nib, but at least it plays around like a hands up on Righty. Well, you would start with normal Marshmallow.
Oh yeah.
Or a special Marshmallow. So
yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. It activates. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Summon, no effect. Okay, now we pivot. It's a Cup C. But then how do we get the tuners though?
They are the tuners.
Okay, so, it's like it's Yummy and who do you normally get?
Cookie.
Okay.
Cookie and Cupsy.
Okay. And now we special. Oh, discard.
That's discarding Cookie.
Okay. Okay, this works. Is it? What do you go for? Surprise or?
Surprise.
Okay. And then now we go into what? Marcher?
So now Marcher can summon back what is it?
Righty?
Yeah, summon back the
Oh yeah, let's go. Yeah.
Righty. Then yeah.
Yo, what up, Nick? Thank you, bro. Appreciate it. Okay, so we keep putting in the EMZ just to like, you know?
Yeah, just for like the obscurity of the gravity controller.
Okay, so it's Righty, right?
Righty. Yeah.
And then we go into Lollipop, yeah?
Yeah, you go surprise summon Marshmallow, add back surprise.
That's cool.
Or I guess also if you have like right here, that could be like very cool as well. Because like they would probably nib you somewhere here, or they're forced to nib you here because they know that you're representing Herald.
Yeah.
So here you just go for Lolipo.
Yeah. Okay. And then this will revive, right?
Yeah, it will summon back 2 level 1s.
And it doesn't matter, right?
No, you already used all of them.
Okay.
And they're negated.
Okay. All right. And then now
Marcher plus both of them can make Accel.
I'm
Or
thinking
you
of
can Cupid pitch up into a 7.
oh shit. Oh, what's the name of that pig? I forgot the name of that pig that you can search up. Cupid pig. Cupid bitch. It's a pig. It has like a cape. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's a pig, but I know it has a cape. I know that it used to be meta relevant. I can't remember the name of it. I used to play it as well. I just can't remember the name. It's a level 4 that usually was used for a bridge for Small World.
And it's 600 defense, right?
Yeah, 600 defense. You can search it with Cupid. I forget the name of it. It's on the tip of my tongue. It looked like a pig, and he was like having a pose, and he has like a cape. I can't.
Ethereum?
Yeah, that guy. That one. Okay, so now we have immune speeder with that. Assuming they didn't bite because they were like unsure of where to interact, right? Because obviously, because if they interact with you earlier, then that'd be better for you because that means you have fellows as a way to extend, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, if you go Cupid pitch somehow, Cupid pitch will then search the Thundertherium, and that's not going to give him any value because they don't have anything in the graveyard at that point, right? And then you go, so you would go, because let me just do it. So you go this and this into this, you increase, right? Increase.
Was 7.
You go to Asti, and then you would search on Ethereum, right? And that's the 4 that you need to make your speeder with the Righty that you revived just now.
True, yeah.
Right? So then now we do this, and then we would search something. Okay, then we would search the Dinotherium. Shit. Yeah, I knew it was yeah.
Also
I know.
doubles as another like way to insulate your Righty driver.
This guy, see? This guy. This is the pig. It looks like a pig. It actually has a trunk. Is that a trunk or is that a nose? I don't know if I can know. It looks like a pig with a cape.
It's supposed to be an elephant.
This is an elephant? Oh my god.
I think so.
Because this can you can special summon this card from your hand. You can only special summon damage once per turn this way. When summoned this way, you're playing card 1 of 4 either graveyard. Okay, so yeah, he won't that I won't have anything, right? So this would be a target. So you have 2 targets for your Cupid pitch. It's either Marshmallow or it's this guy, right? And that's without having to use your tuning for your junk.
Either graveyard?
Yeah, either graveyard. But you would do it at the very beginning, right? So it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
Like
by the time that you summon it in this line, you would already
have everything.
Have your level 1 tuner on board, anyways. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, but yeah, I think Marshmallow is the. Do we max up Marshmallow then? Is that what it is?
I think it might be max up Marshmallow, max out Cupsies, and then just not play Lolipo. Actually, I was on Lolipo because if you get full wood, then at least if you have Lolipo and Cookie engrave, you have a DD Crow and Pop.
Yeah. Exactly. Okay. So this will search, and it's just Cupsy and Cookie. Discard this. Special this. Just add surprise. You go into Marcher. We revive this. We go for this guy, revive the Marshmallow. This will add it back to surprise. And this is the interaction too, right? If we have Beast, Light Beast.
Yeah, it targets 2 you control, 2 your opponent controls, and bounces it. So if you manage to end with the Lolipo would summon back 2, and then you bounce both. So it's a double bounce.
That's the first time. Well, yeah. Do you pronounce Lolipo with an accent? Yeah. Normally, the way I've been hearing is Lolipo, but you said Lolipo, like it's like different. Yeah. I don't mind it. I actually prefer that way. Okay. We go for revive.
It's so long.
So it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter. We just summon out to. Because I guess we can also revive this guy if we see that we need. Let me see. Do we need it? Oh no, we need 2 ones. We need 2 ones because we need to climb.
Because you need level 1 for Cupid Pitch.
Yeah, exactly. Fun fact: if you run Dinotherium plus Theratop plus Scraps, you're good. Stardust Synchron equals Speeder. Increase. Okay. This. With SD. Yeah. Okay, so we roll back to that. Revive this. And this is where we add the little elephant, right? Okay. And then, yeah, this is Speeder here.
Yeah. Well, it's Speeder with an extra level 2. So that's cool too.
Yeah. Okay, so that's here. One, two, I'm assuming 3, right? Yeah. And then once you're at this point, you've resolved, and you most likely can do whatever you want. Okay, interesting. We add this. I mean, it's an interesting concept.
Definitely no Lully, and it's just 3 Marshmallow, 3 Cupsy.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it'd be 3 of each, right?
Do you have to play the Stardust that level 1? The Stardust Worm?
No, you don't have to. This is just something I was putting in to see what we can summon off of this. I guess what's my concern? What's my concern here? What is my concern? I guess my only concern is that it's not solving what we initially tried to. Okay, so what we were trying to do was buying a card that can work with Stardust, that can work with Fullspeed, and then that can work with Righty. So these cards work with Stardust and Righty. It doesn't work with Fullspeed.
Full speed.
Yes. So,
Well, if you,
I think that might be good enough though.
Going into like the speederless line, it would just be turning the full speed into an Almirage.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's the only way we would do it. It has to be Almirage in, huh? It can't, because Linkuriboh doesn't. You can't do that with this. Like, you can't make Linkuriboh with this. So let's say.
You can also make Almirage with Righty.
Yeah. So yeah, it would have to be this then. So in order for this to be a good extender for these guys, for all these, we have to play this. But then now we have to find a speederless route that can, okay.
Hold up, I'm pulling up your video right now of speederless line.
Yeah, so because I know we need. Marshmallow alone can summon Accel. Wait, what do you mean? How?
It would be with like the Link 1.
Right. Okay. Yeah, so you need the Link 1. Trying to think. What is the extent of that combo, though? Right? Because if we just need, because I think if we're playing Links, it might as well play one of these, right? And then that means we would have to play one of the field spell.
Yeah.
Like if we're doing that, if we're playing Links,
like a regular Yummy line, so you can get to like any level 8, level 4, level 5.
Yeah. Okay.
I guess in that way, the Yummies also become starters now.
Yeah. But the question is, because the main ones we actually want is just these ones, right? These are the ones that actually pair the best. And yeah. Lollipop is like.
But if you're doing a Link, if you have the Link 1, then Cookie's also a starter.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. No, of course. But, Well, okay, so let's start to do the one card combo to Accel. Let's see. So all you need is just let's Marshmallow, right? Is it Marshmallow or
Yummy? Any Yummy.
Yeah, but I think Nazareno said
just use your normal summon.
Yeah, because Nazareno said you can do it with just Marshmallow.
Yeah, you go special Marshmallow, make Link 1. Get field spell, summon it back, and you make Cupsy Yummy Way. And from then on, it's like the same combo that you were doing.
Okay,
except
let's see.
You don't get to a level 1 tuner.
Okay, let's try this. All right. And we just go. What's this? Oh, quick synchro, right?
Quick synchro.
Yeah. Okay. So Cupsy. This has and Cookie, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Discard this, and then we're just back to where we were before. No.
Sort of. Now you don't have a level 1 tuner to bring back with
Marcher. Okay.
Yeah.
So, all right. All right. So then, how does this? Oh, I see. Because I get it. So this becomes a tuner because of Marcher, and then that's how you make the Accel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Then that revives this, and then this revive. Okay.
I think you might need to play another Yummy
Oh,
Snatchy.
yeah. I did need a Snatchy, right? Damn,
Yeah.
but then... okay. Special summon. Okay, let's see. There's Marshmallow, because that'll add back the spell.
No, yeah, you definitely need another Snatchy.
Yeah.
Because now you're stuck without making Lolipo.
Let's see. What if? I'm trying to think. What if? Does okay? Is the best option a second Snatchy, or can Starham save us here? Because Starham's here, gonna revive. We have a level 3 non-tuner, so that's a 6, which can then revive a level 2 tuner or a level 1 non-tuner. So that'll be 6. What does 6? What does 6 give us? Or oh no! Yeah, Starham revive Cupsy. That's Accel. Here, yeah.
Oh wait, Starham discards one, right?
Yeah.
So before you summon the Starham, you can actually use the surprise again, because it's like each effect per turn, and you can surprise bounce your field spell, then Starham discard the field spell, and then field spell puts back Snatchy.
Right. Okay.
Then you can summon Snatchy again, and then go into Lolipo for 2 more level 1 bodies.
Okay. Yeah. I'll just put it in the bottom. And you want to activate it to bounce the field spell?
Yeah. Because it's not like you're going to use surprise or field spell again.
Yeah.
But at least this way you can discard it to put back
Wait,
Snatchy.
what's it asking me to do? Place when we see over your hand. Oh, no. Don't do that. Okay, then we go Starham. What is this? That's Accel. But then whatever we make now has to be without speeder, right? Okay, so what am I attributing? Increase, decrease, and decrease. Yo, what up? What up, Accel? I'll just decrease. We'll see what happens. And then we go. I'll just tribute this to see what happens. Fellows. do this. Yeah, we're experimenting with jumping cards. This. I have a 2. I don't have a 2 I can revive. Well, I can revive this guy. And then I can convert that into a snatchy because then this can shuffle this back now.
Yes.
And there's no 2. Otherwise, I would be able to go for a scrap warrior by adding this as well. I think is it this? That can go into. I think it might be this. No, it's not that. So I have to reduce this, which means this will be a 2.
Oh wait, no, it doesn't have to be chick, because when you reduce a marcher to 2 and you summon back, you would need to just get to a level 1, right? So you can make scrap at some point.
Yeah, but scrap needs to make it with scrap synchron. So I need a level 2 non-tuner. Huh?
Would you add scrap now, like the synchron?
Yeah, but I'm gonna have to discard one of them, right? So I'm gonna discard scrap, but then I don't have access to scrap because I need to find a way to a 2, right?
Yeah, you're forced to do the non-tuner.
Yeah.
You don't have any way to synchro otherwise. So you either do chick or you do full speed.
Yeah. If it's this, what's this? Summon this.
I mean, if you do chick, you technically get 2, right? Bodies technically.
Yeah.
And you would just synchro with Stardust instead. You would pitch it normal junk, print it back, sync with Stardust synchron, I guess.
The thing is that what am I gonna climb into? That's what I'm thinking about. Cause like he would pitch, right?
What do you mean? Yeah, I mean,
cause like once I summon a junk, right, it has to reborn a non-tuner. Cause otherwise I'm stuck with a bunch of tuners. So it has to be one of these 2.
well, yeah.
You know what I mean?
What I'm saying. I think it's the chick.
Okay, this is the chick.
Because that can come. You can get that. You can use the chick twice.
Oh wait, I haven't used my normal summon.
No, Marshmallow was a special.
Oh, okay, that changed. Oh shit, okay. That changes things then. I should have fucking added full speed. Normal summon is full speed.
Oh yeah, if you didn't, I got it late. I didn't know you did normal summon.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's insane. Okay, we have used normal summon. Okay.
It's better if you treat it like you don't, because then it would only work if you open Marshmallow. But like if you open Cupsy, you wouldn't have a normal summon.
Yeah, because so let's assume we started a Cupsy then. Okay, so then we have to reduce. Yeah, we have to reduce to get the additional. Right, and then we do. Fun. This will be. I mean, it has to be this.
It has to, yeah.
Okay, but then now it's this, right? And then we'll trigger chick. Wait, why didn't chick trigger?
Chick has to already be in graveyard. So
Oh, okay. So I was meant to revive a Cupsy or something else.
Yeah, yummy name.
Yeah, and then that'll be engraved, and then I would go Sonic, Asti, search Dino Therium. But what does that give us though? Because we can't go speeder.
Wait, sorry. Can I see the grade?
Yeah.
Which name's a non-tuner?
All these non-tuner, non-tuner, non-tuner,
Okay.
non-tuner, and non-tuner as well.
So theoretically, if you let me think. So Marcher would be at level 2. If you normal and you made Herald, could you not summon back Sonic Chick and Synchro with the Stardust Synchron and the Cross Sonic and the Sonic Chick and just junk Speeder under a Herald?
You can't.
The issue is that we linked. That's the issue.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So because we were trying to find ways to incorporate the Yumi cards to pair with Stardust, to pair with Fullspeed, and to pair with Righty. And the way to do that is by playing Almirage, right? Because that means that if they stop Stardust, we can special the Yumi. Well, we start with Yumi, summon Stardust, affect Stardust. If stop Stardust, then we go Speeder, right? Otherwise, we just pivot into Yumi combo. But
so if you brought back Kashtira, you have a 3, a 2, a 4, and a 1. With only one of them being a non-tuner, so you can get access to a 5, a 3, or a 4.
I mean, this was also a 1-card combo, so you still have 2 cards in hand to discard for Starham.
Yeah.
Technically.
Okay, so
you can keep the level 3 non-tuner.
Yeah, it would be nice for us to find like one that's like a true.
Yeah, because okay, so the reason why I like to have like 1-card combo or 2-card combos and leave out the potential discard is because that means that I can have the most possible non-engine possible. You know what I mean? Because that's something that you want to do. And if you can draw like 4 non-engine, simplify, that means you have a starter and you have an extender, and that's all you require. But if you need a 3rd card, that that lowers the chances of you drawing that many hand traps or that much interaction. Which is why, like, although it's negligible, like you will have another card, you will have another extender, but I just want to solely rely on this, so I know that okay, if I open up like 3 or 4 cards unplayable, I know at least 1 or 2 can get me my combo, right?
I think you also want the Starham for the pivot rather than the main combo. If something, you don't want to like rely on the additional cards.
Too many cards to put in for a main line.
Yeah. Junk converter as 1-up. Yeah. You could have it as 1-up. I think what my concern is, right?
The extra deck needs to.
Yeah.
We need to go with different synchros, I think.
Yeah. Okay. So my concern is that our extra deck is so tight, right? So we have a bunch of pivot options, but what are we pivoting into, right? We have no boss monsters. We don't have, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that's
maybe we take out the Arclight because you haven't made it yet, like at all, not even to pivot or to end.
Yeah. Okay. So the reason you play Arclight with fellows or just a new support in general is because Righty makes Herald, and then if you have Righty in this, that's insulated combo, right? Because you just go Herald, activate, and then you're good. And within the combo, it lets you set up a protected speeder before you just go straight speeder, right? That's the reason why Herald's in here.
Do you think maybe it's like not taking the Yummies as like starters and just viewing them as extenders, and then just taking out the Snatchy?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess we could do that, right? But
you would take out Starham, Snatchy, and the minion field spell.
Yeah, we would need to take out this, but it's just that they're so good because it makes Marshmallow 1 card. But then it's like, what's that 1 card gonna do though? That's the thing. Like, what is the extent of that combo, right? And then it seems like we're left with little to no boss monster or any
something.
Yeah. Like, they're cool. Like, I like the fact that you can like do that special summon, right?
Yeah, I don't think we can incorporate Yummy combo into this line if you want to have like actual like bosses and stuff.
Yeah,
because what are you trying to end on, right? It's like this Spader.
I think it's a bit too. Yeah, I think they're a bit too different. Like I don't think they work well enough, like cohesively for it to.
Yeah, but then that's my concern as well, because like the reason why Yumi is good is because the amount of non-engine that they can play and they can function off 1 card, right? Whereas we're trying to utilize them as an extender to mitigate the issue on an interaction on these starters, right? That was like the initial that was the premise of this whole consideration, right? if you summon any of these, how can we extend? And this was like, okay, if they stop this, we just link this off for this, special this, whatever, and then go into Yummy, right? But then, because we're trying to accommodate that pivot option, we're running out of slot. So what's it going to amount to? Is what I'm starting to realize now. Like, it's cool to have pivot options, but we have to have it amount to something. Otherwise, we're just going zigzag, and you know, like we're doing this, doing that, doing that. But then, like,
maybe it really is just playing Marshmallows as like level 1 extensions.
Yeah. But then if we're doing that,
it doesn't work with Fullspeed.
Yeah, it doesn't work with Fullspeed unless we play Almirage, right? No, but even then, yeah, it's unless we play Almirage. But even then, though, if we start with Fullspeed, we would have had to have started with this, right? So special summon, they stop this.
I wish it was more than just like, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know.
Yeah. It's a cool. I mean, it's a cool concept. I think, but I think we've reached the point where
like, you need to have something, right?
Yeah.
Like maybe it's not Yummies, but there needs to be something. And
For sure.
It kind of reminds me of just like, I'm not saying it's one for one. Obviously, these cards have their benefits, but
yeah,
you know what I mean. But it's kind of like a Caligo situation.
Yeah.
That we're trying to be used to for. You know what I mean? Like it's, I don't know.
Yeah. Cause like that's the issue. And then cause like it'll vary whether they interact with Fullspeed, whether they interact with, you know, because everyone's gonna just think of speeder, but I want to account for other variables in which they do. Okay, if they stop this, what's our pivot option, right? We know what it is.
Add Doppel consistently.
Add Doppel? Yeah. So Doppel's is, but the thing about Doppel though is that that's only good if these resolve, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to see if there's a pivot where you could like somehow pivot into adding a. I don't know. I guess that wouldn't really work unless we played Jet, which would.
What about Def? Okay, let's see. Yeah. Basically, it's basically the Yummies are basically what we were trying to do with the striker stuff, right? Engage, get Hornet drones. Except,
think, I don't know. See, I'm kind of iffy on overtake, but at the same time, like, I feel like it's such like an easy extension piece.
Yeah, but then my concern is, it pairs well with Fullspeed, but it does nothing with you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
And that's what we're trying to solve. We're trying to solve something that can work with all three. Because once we get that, it'll just tie it together. Once we get that solved, it'll just tie it together. What is it?
I don't remember the what's the Righty line? Because I'm not.
The Righty line?
Yeah, just briefly.
Oh, it's the same thing. So yeah, so the difference is that the Righty does what this does with alongside fellows. So you go this into scrap, get you fellows, and then you discard you search this, add this, discard that, summon, and then go speeder that, right? Or just add this, discard that, and then it's just the exact same thing. You go this adds fellows, this will then add junk.
Lefties at 2, right? Is it a 2? I can't.
Yeah, it can be a 2 or 3.
Yeah,
so
okay.
This makes Herald, right?
Oh, okay, yeah. So you can. Okay,
yeah.
Okay. You can go into like scrap. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
We need something that can be treated as a tuner or a non-tuner. That's what we need. That's exactly what we need. Fuck it out.
Well, here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna click that search bar. And you're gonna click.
What's the keyword? Hang on. Can be
Just say
treated.
treated as a tuner. See what happens. We're not playing that card. Okay.
This is gonna be level 2 no. No, hang on. Let me look at. Let me reference wheel. Hang on. How does wheel worded? Oh, hang on. I forgot to change the fucking. There we go.
Oh, non. Okay, so there's a non-hyphen.
This card is controls using on signature. You can treat it as a non-turn. Treat it as a non-turn. Okay, treat it as a non. I'm pretty sure there's other cards that said they can be treated as a non-tuner. Right? Oh no. What if I just as a non-tuner? As a non. No, are these it? Are these the only ones?
Holy shit.
Wait, is teleport our line?
You're thinking of playing mine for
If this card that you control will be used as single
second,
reserve
for a
like,
second.
oh, never mind. I fucking hell. Oh no. That's probably. Oh my god, that's probably the best one.
Yeah, unfortunately.
No.
Unless the baby mud dragon is the only other one that comes to mind.
You know.
Yeah, that's the only other one that comes to mind.
The. No. No. I think the next. Oh, what's this? Wait, why is this one mentioned? It doesn't say non-tuner.
There's more text, I think. Or keep going down.
Oh, okay.
You can also scroll the actual other big box, I'm pretty sure. Oh,
No, you can't. So,
that's so cool.
okay, if this card is controls uses a single material, you can choose. Okay, it's a non-tuner. That's fairy. I mean, the only one that comes to mind is this one because you can play a field spell, but you need a card to discard to place. That's the issue. Right? That's the issue. But then what does that do for us? Like, that's a level 6. That's a level 8. I mean, that's speeder. So we would have to implement... I mean, that's what? That's... Then we would have to consider, like, Centurion package to play with this.
And that becomes
Just-
a bit too... I don't know.
Right? Ritual Beast, Brick, level 1. You can get a level 3 tuner, level 2 tuner, Gamma, and level 1 non-tuner. You mean teleport? Yeah, we need like a Deer Note type of card for sure. I think we need a Deer Note type of card. I'm not sure if there's actually anything that can cover this all. Like, something that can cover all these 3. It's either 2... maybe is that going to be it? Just cover 2 out of the 3? And that's the best we got so far.
'Cause I feel like it's... I don't don't know. I feel like the Centurion package is so like it's a big investment in.
Yeah, like having to play all the Centurion cards.
That's way too much in my opinion.
Cause like, let's see. Just to see.
Yeah, so
we would have to max out this. It would have to be this.
You need Primera.
Yeah, we would. It would be one of each. At the this is the bare minimum, right? You would need this. Okay, we can cut this.
Auxilla, if you want, depending on how.
Yeah, Auxilla. Whether we play Oath or not, I guess we still play Oath because we can climb into this, right?
Yeah. And I feel like if you're playing the Centurion package, you kind of need to like really utilize it, right?
Yeah, this would have to be a 60 card build.
Yeah, which that I don't know.
Okay, so we would have to cut this. Oh my god, don't tell me Centurion's the way. Fucking sakes. It actually might be the answer, fortunately. Because it gives you the non-tutor. It gives you the non-tutor that you need.
Crimson in. You're gonna have to put Crimson in if you're playing the 12s. You might as well put Rumble in as well. If you're playing,
yeah.
You know.
Okay. Oh yeah, we need Okay. So, do we play Gargoyle though? That's the question.
I feel like it. See. I feel like it kind of like. It's a tough one, but I do think it kind of increases the lines you have. Like it.
Yeah, because it can be an 8 or a 4, which is what I like about it, right?
Yeah.
So and that's versatility, which is what I want.
We probably play Blazar if we're doing 12. Like we already have the 12.
Yeah, we would need to play the level 12 guys for sure.
Yeah.
It's just that it's so much. Oh.
Sorry, do we need Cupid Punch? Cupid Pitch in this one?
Oh no, we don't need Cupid Pitch in this one.
Yeah. We don't have the yummy cards anymore. Yeah, so you put Blazar.
Yeah, Blazar.
I
think it might be Centurion, man. Fucking sakes. It just fits everything. It just has everything. Because this one, right?
Omega, you can add Omega probably.
Yeah, we need Mega Bystial. Three more slots. Bro.
Do you want the spatter?
The spatter? Oh yeah. Three slots. So for sure we need a card to discard for this. For sure. Right? Because then...
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Can it be the, Can I read Gargoyle for a second?
Yeah.
Do you play Gargoyle just so it repurposes itself as a pitch?
Yeah. Okay. What else? And I guess this is like debatable whether you want to end an interaction or not. Alongside, alongside.
Can I read the stand up again? The field spell, because doesn't it also the field spell? Doesn't it also add?
It places.
Okay, well that's just as good.
Yeah, it's just
terraforming.
Terraforming. Okay, so this will be dependent. We would need this. This is more for pure. All right, this is like.
If you get the Caesar's Pig, get rid of those yummy cards and get them out of here.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Is it that I mean that it was an interesting concept for sure. Maybe we can explore it later for sure. But I don't know. It seemed we reached the full extent of it.
Yeah, right now it feels like with what resources we have now, it's not.
Yo, what up, Nick?
Maybe if we get more support that works in that direction.
Yeah. I'm just thinking if Brow? You wanna play Brow? Or 11s? Yeah, this is gonna have to be a over 40 for sure. For sure.
How did the fuck? I don't remember. I need to find it. I remember when we did the other Centurion one. But I'm trying to. I know it's not exactly the same build, but I just want to remember how that one worked exactly.
The Synchro one?
Like how the I'm trying to remember how the climb was on that one.
It was just a pivot if your speed got negated, or you could just reinforce your board with the speeder board, and then you will end on with the stuff, you know. So watch, we can do it right now, but I'm just thinking of what else we're missing for the extra deck. That's essential, and we have this. I feel like do we need another 12? I
I think so.
Yeah, we'll put on engine and after we're done with the main deck. Oh my god. But the issue is, what's the issue here? Hang on, let me check something. Hang on. Let me just see if they stop Righty. How can we? Between. Okay. Stop it. Okay. Place. I need a card though, I think. I need a card, so it's gonna be this. Do I need a card? This. That's gargoyle, right? Okay, so this is something I don't need anything else. This. Wait. Why is it letting me make this? I thought I was locked.
What do you mean?
It's letting me make this guy. Because normally if...
There's specific.
Oh no, this is not. This guy no longer here. Okay, no, yeah. Okay. Oh shit. Okay. Right. Okay. So in that case, we do that. Reborn. No, it has to be that.
Yeah, that gives you the add back and the field spell.
Oh my god, this is awesome because now we have the non-tuner.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so gargoyle is needed. We need gargoyle.
Yeah.
Because now we have the yeah. Okay. Yeah.
There you go.
And that's speeder. Alrighty then. I got to draw a card.
Let you draw, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah, we got to draw two. Let's go. I think it fucking is Centurion. Yeah.
Yeah,
that Centurion solves that issue, I guess. I mean, he's not protected speeder. That's my only concern. But like, we're trying to cover the fact that if they stopped our starter. which is like I would rather have a pivot option.
It at least gives you something there. Like,
okay, let's see what happens with. Okay, let's see what happens with oh shit, wrong one. Let's see Stardust. Yeah. Let's say they stop it. Pivot. Yeah, I think Gargoyle is key because it unlocks us from the bound.
yeah, and it also like not having to pitch for the field spell is pretty important as too.
Yeah,
like
which is huge. I could even increase here as well.
Yeah, you could technically make it 12 right now if you wanted to.
Yeah, okay. But we're trying to get as many resources as possible, so we have to do this route.
It doesn't, yeah, because 12 kind of just stops you in your tracks.
Yeah. Okay, and then to stop us here, we can go into Primera, right? Because Primera can use... Or am I thinking of something different? No, I think I'm thinking of the other one. Okay. I'm not sure if this leads to speeder though. Yeah, this doesn't lead to speeder. I mean, it's Primera. Right? It's Primera. Oh, hang on. Anything I can report? No. So Primera... I think we might need... Do we need... No, I can't even use a spell because I wouldn't have something in my spawn upgrade zone. Okay, but like... Okay, so Stardust doesn't really do... Oh shit. We need Worm. No, but it doesn't matter because they stopped Stardust.
They stopped Stardust, yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise we would have been fine. I think.
Yeah.
Because if they didn't stop Stardust, we would have just searched Fellows and
yeah, we would have searched Fellows.
And it wouldn't have mattered. Because we would have just literally normal summoned.
Yeah. Okay, so I mean it's good against okay, so we know that this what? Speeder. So then okay, so that I'm assuming that this is gonna be worse with Fullspeed, because Fullspeed was not gonna give me. Activate. Synchro 6. What up, Epic Taco? We need a 6, huh? Yeah, we would need a 6. Like this. Do this. Yeah, Gargoyle is a brick, but it's necessary to unbrick us. It's not the hero we need, but the hero we deserve, bro. Okay, so it's always gonna be this. I guess, but then again, now I think it pairs the best with Righty because it gives us speeder. Whereas now it just gives us what? It just gives us nothing.
A good 6 is over.
We get a draw here, so maybe we can make us. Oh, what if? Nah, we're just going fucking deeper and deeper into the rabbit hole with fucking white forest and shit. We're going too much deep in the forest. Cause like, see what's here? It's a 6, right? We need a 6 now. Oh my god. They all lead to the plant cards.
Yeah.
And you know what helped? Okay, and I found out, okay. They all bridge with the plant cards, but for Stardust, we have to play Mantis. For this, we have to play Rage Rose.
Yeah, if you played Rage Rose.
And it's exactly 2 slots.
Yeah.
Because we have the card to discard for as well. But it's the bricks though. You know that's my concern. That is my concern. It's annoying.
Oh god, the amount of.
Oh my god, this is what we're trying to avoid. Oh god. Okay, okay, let's try the Stardust again, because that's the one we were like, okay, does it work? Freaking hell, bro. Okay, let's say they stop this. Some Genesis action? Oh my god. Okay. It wasn't speeder though.
What's the effect of that one in the middle?
I can alter the level of a monster I control by 1. A plant monster I control by 1.
Yes, that's how you get to rage, right?
Yeah, so I can change plant. So I'll plant. So it has to be this one.
Okay.
So let's say I can increase this to be an 8. What does this need? It's generic. There's nothing I can revive with SD, so that's out of the equation.
if you... No, that's dumb.
I mean, this can turn anything into a tuner as well,
You
or
can
a plant or
technically
insect.
Crimson Dragon. It's not good, but you could do it. No, you technically attempted to activate it. Never mind.
I mean, oh my god. I mean, it's not speedier though. That's the thing. Why don't you play the insects, Romantis? What insects? We need the resonator package. Because like, it's just this, right? Just go. I don't think it matters. Reduce, that'll be 3, that'll be a 6. 6. What does that mean? Make a Rage Rose. Rage Rose
Or you
dump
can
some
make
another
a-
plant. What other plant can we play?
If you did a 6, or if you increased it, oh wait, never mind, that doesn't work.
It's either a 6 or an 8. Or a 7.
Wait. Yeah.
Actually,
If you,
if we go
you-
7, we can pop the field spell and start something else. That'd be Ancient Fairy Dragon. Right?
Yeah, I'm just trying to.
1 for 1? No, it's just it's like going second, right? Going second to a board 1 for 1 is such a minus. And if you get ashed on it, it's you know, because even then you require other cards to function, so it just makes it even worse. It makes a worst case scenario. It makes a bad situation worse, basically. Like if it gave us like 1 card combo, like let's say it gave us the Snake Eyes or something, or like Ash into like full combo, like okay, that'd be different, you know. But it would just be summoning Righty or a Scrap, you know what I mean? At which point, yeah, but we do need something like 1 for 1, because that means that we would have access to a tuner or a non-tuner. Bro. I don't know. It seemed like it was doing so good. It's mainly versus right. It's only good for righty. That's the thing.
Yeah, I don't know if it's worth it. It was doing well at first, and then when we got to Stardust Synchro, that's when it really just crumbled.
Yeah. What a crescent. I mean, we could search Junction. We go Ancient Berry, search Junction, and then we have Speeder there. Let's just depict it. It's just that the bricks are compounding. That's my concern, right? And then what will we cut?
Yeah, look at how many.
Because like,
Yeah, I don't know what. We have too many. Holy shit.
oh my god, bro, we're going insane.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Because what else will we cut? We can't cut anything else. Like, what will we cut?
I don't know if there's anything we really can cut.
Yeah, we need everything. Like, we need this for the full speed, and we need this for Stardust. And Righty, we already have, you know?
If you cut something, you're kind of like, you're reducing like your end board piece.
Yeah.
And that kind of just makes it.
It defeats the purpose, right?
Yeah.
But we would need Ancient Fairy. Because, that does solve it. Ancient Fairy, pop this as Junction, tributes, whatever tuner we have, summon Well, what would we summon? Because we can't summon Stardust because we already used that effect. Actually, what would we summon? Now that I'm thinking about it, the fuck? Does that solve it? No, it doesn't. Because we would need to use the plants to make Ancient Fairy, so we don't have our non-tuner. So we can't summon Scrap and make Speeder there. All we have is either a 6 or an 8. Right? Accel Synchron. Yes, Accel Synchron is what helps you bridge into a lot of things. Because this is one aspect of the deck that we're trying to solve, right? Because a lot of people get that confused where you're trying to solve an issue and just because it doesn't come up for that particular issue, you feel like you can cut things. No, but that's just one aspect of the deck. And then you're disregarding the entire other portion of why it's even in there to begin with, right? Like, you still have this resolving, right? We're just trying to consider pivot options in case this does get negated, right? And that's where most people disregard it, where they're just like, oh, let's see what happens, right? This is so cooked. Let's just see what this does. Wait, no, but we need Ancient Fairy. Ah, no, it doesn't matter. It doesn't get us anywhere. I'm already seeing it. Ah. Maybe this just isn't. Maybe there just isn't a card that can accommodate for all of these. It needs to be something that can be treated either or. Right? It has to be either or. What about Worm? No, if you summon this, you have Worm in hand, does nothing. Summon this, Worm does nothing. Summon this, Worm does nothing. So I think it's just gonna have to be like either teleport, but then, right? Because teleport can summon Ogre and make Accel Synchron there, which means it'll give you Stardust, Tribute Stardust, add this, right? If they stop this, this can summon a 2, then you make Scrap. This can summon a level 1, you make Speeder there, right? Actually, you do teleport. Okay. Oh shit! Time flew. What the fuck? Or the okay. Okay, we'll leave it. We'll just leave it here. I think it might be teleport actually, because it's gonna give us anything, a tuner or non-tuner. So already we have Ogre as a hand trap. Not really good at hand trap, but like it's it'll get us by. It can give us access to non-tuners as well. So it might just be teleport actually. It might just be teleport actually. Italy. Teleport and parallel. What is parallel teleport? Doesn't one of them lock you or something? Oh. Is it this one? Tribute a second monster with level, especially one level 7 or lower. Second monster from your deck or select any if you make a, and then you can't summon. Which is the guy? Is this the guy that searches one? It is critical. You can treat that as a non-tuner. You can only use one of the following effects. This card is wait. It might be this guy. If this card is normal summon, oh no, or special summon by a monster effect. Never mind. That has to be special by a monster effect. Fuck, that'd be insane if you can teleport search this. Wait. If this card is banished, you can pay 1,000 life points to special summon it. So what, can it trigger by its own effect? It can, right? Because it's being summoned by a monster effect.
Wait,
yeah, so you would.
Are you talking about?
This one, Mind Procedure.
This card you control. This card is banished. You can only use one effect per turn.
Oh, that's ass. So I can't revive it and search? That's fucking awful. That'll be the whole reason for this. The fuck? Okay, so it's one of the other. Okay. That's annoying. So it might just be teleport then. What would be a good level 2? Minimum, maximum 3. Oh. If we play this, we need to play bricks. It's fucking annoying. But then, like, it's the bricks. Just. But it seems like it's the most versatile thing that can fix our issue. This and this can pair with all of these, right? Bro. Alright, that's gonna be it. Thank you guys for joining me. Damn. Oh my god. Okay, so we'll get back at it tomorrow and we'll try to see, because yesterday we were able to finish the Bystial variant, right? This one was pretty good. I like the option we have with these guys, but now we're just trying to solve this situation here, where if we simplify it and we have something to pivot, assuming this gets negated, right? Because of course our pivot options get better because if this resolves and we get access to this, right? So it gets better. But assuming that this gets stopped, we need to have an option to extend, and I think this might be it. Might be it. I don't know. That's it. You guys have a good morning. Good evening, good night, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Yes. Why doesn't it end?